Welcome to the To The Point newsletter, building community for nerds, geeks, and gamers from Checkpoint Church. I'm Nerd Pastor Nate, the Nerd Pastor here at Checkpoint. This is Volume 3, Issue 45, written and recorded on November 23rd, 2022. An Advent reality. We don't often focus on the liturgical calendar, the year that the church follows, very often here at Checkpoint, but I'm sure never to bypass my favorite holiday, Advent. Typically conflated with the Christmas season, Advent is a time of preparation, leading up to the eventual arrival of the infant Christ in the opening text of the Gospels. We spend 4 Sundays lighting candles, studying the verses leading up to the birth narrative, and trying our darndest to postpone singing out-of-season carols. For the past 2 years at Checkpoint, we've celebrated in 2 bold and different ways. I burnt myself out in our first year by creating a series of devotionals that would influence our weekly nerdy sermons. Last year, we launched our game development arm, Ludogood, and published a visual novel video game. This year, I've been a bit uncertain of our bold Advent project, and I'm almost certain that there won't be one, or at least not one that will be so tangible. However, it might be our most accurate to the season yet. As I mentioned earlier, Advent is a season of preparation and anticipation of the Christ that was born, died, rose, and will return. We reflect and remember the first time the God-man dwelt amongst humanity to build up the anticipation of when Christ will return. As a pastor's kid, I've grown up with these traditions of remembrance through the historical practice of the sacraments, baptism, and communion. We've held off on practicing these acts for the first 2 years of our existence, but that changes now. We'll be gathering for a Christmas party in the final week of Advent. At long last, we will be breaking bread in the community together on Discord as we celebrate the act of remembering the sacrifice of Christ by the breaking of his body and shedding of his blood. Plenty more will happen that night, but this will set apart a new year of firsts for Checkpoint Church. This has been the To The Point newsletter, building community for nerds, geeks, and gamers, Volume 3, Issue 45, written and recorded on November 23rd, 2022. Thanks again for listening. As always, we appreciate a 5-star on your favorite podcast reviewing app, or liking and sharing this video or blog. Be sure to let people know that we are out there and that we are connecting nerds together. Coming up soon, as it is Thanksgiving tomorrow, we will not be having Wake with Nate first thing in the morning. We will still be having our nerdy devotional this upcoming Sunday, and next week looks like normal with Poke Mondays on Monday over on Twitch, Variety Tuesdays on Twitch, and then Wednesdays with our nerdy sermon talkback as is standard. So no big changes for next week, but this week we're probably going to be taking the latter half off because of Thanksgiving. I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving. I hope that you're not sick, because it sure feels like everybody on this planet is right now. For combos happening right now, join our Discord in the bio of this newsletter. With that, folks, remember that God loves you, we love you, and you matter. Until next time, bye-bye!